How do you break up cliques? You know, those groups of 2 or 3 people that just seem to spend all their time together and seem to refuse to interact or mix with other people in your group. If you'd like to learn 3 simple strategies that will help you break up those cliques, you're in the right place. First of all, let's be really clear about what a clique is. It's basically that group of people. Sometimes it's just 2 or 3, but maybe it's a slightly larger group. But the key definition is that they're not interacting with other people. Either people find it difficult to be a part of their group, or they just don't go out of their way to interact and mix with others. Now, inherently, there's nothing wrong with a clique. I know this whole video is about what to do to break them up, but let's just acknowledge that those people are just being human. And being human means you're a comfort-seeking machine. Everything about what we do as humans is about seeking comfort. And so this group of people, for whatever reason, just find it more comfortable to be together. So inherently, nothing wrong with that. But if you're in the business of building relationships, or importantly, you just want to amplify whatever outcome you're trying to get done in the program that you're running, then there's some real benefits in helping your group build relationships. So if that's what you're up for, then keep listening. And importantly, note that there are some little nuance that I drop parts of the wisdom through all the way through this video. So don't skip ahead because you're going to miss something really, really important. I'm going to share 3 simple strategies that I've been using for years now that have helped me break up this thing called a clique. And here's what you will find is that it'll ramp up the engagement. They typically don't need any props and are really simple to use. Oh, and by the way, wait around right to the end and I have a special bonus for you that will actually solve your specific issue that you have with cliques. So stay tuned. If you follow my work for any length of time, you will know that I am very, very aware of this important piece of research, and that is the most successful programs in the world are those which intentionally build trusting and healthy relationships from the beginning. So what's a program? It's basically anywhere where one person, at least, is responsible for the well-being of others. So teachers, corporate trainers, camp leaders, psychologists, coaches, anyone, probably you. So if you would like to be able to create success in your program, my number 1 strategy is to bring intention to that task. Because if your understanding of building relationships is enough just to simply throw them into the same space and do something together, it ain't enough. Most people, most humans don't come with the requisite skills to bring intention to their relationship building activities. So intend it. If you are looking to break cliques, you need to have an intention about inviting your group to interact with one another. The second strategy follows on from the first. If you've got an intention about creating opportunities for people to interact so they become more comfortable with everybody, not just a very small clique, then institute a series of random partners or teams. It's highly likely with the work that you're doing, no matter what that field is, that there's going to be opportunities for people to work with one other person, or maybe small groups of people, maybe even a team. And you could just simply go around the room and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or pick 2 captains. None of those, first of all, are interesting or engaging or fun, and they are certainly not self-esteem building experiences. But when you ask someone to go find another person who's born in the same month as them, or has the same last digit as their mobile or cell phone number as them, there is a gazillion different ways of inviting people randomly to be with one or other people. And so if you start from a random perspective, and given that your intention is to be able to invite people to interact, you're giving them a reason to be there. You just didn't say, hey, you and you're now partners. That's not much fun. No one likes to be forced into a situation. But when you provide some random level, so find someone with the same color top as you, or the same color eyes as you, or wearing a similar type of jewelry to you. As I said, there are many, many ways. And if you go to playmio.com and look for the activity getting into pairs or getting into teams, it'll give you hundreds of different ways that you can invite your group to find a random partner or a random number of people in a team. Now, for many of you watching, you probably have a group for an extended period of time, and it's a bit like asking how long's a piece of string. I mean, you may only be together for a day, but maybe you've got them for a whole week, a month, maybe a whole term, a year. The longer the program, the more useful this strategy, number 3, comes in, and that is to form an agreement. Basically, it's a working agreement. It's an agreement about who we are all, as a group, going to be. And if you could facilitate a discussion that is around the most powerful way of being in this group, it will naturally invite cliques to break up, to interact with other people, to actually make it a more productive, more enjoyable and successful experience for everybody, not just for those few people who are in that small clique. So the number 3 strategy does come as number 3 because it does rely heavily on those first 2, the intention, the randomness, and now the opportunity to, because we're going to be together for a while, let's agree about how we're going to be with each other. Are we only going to be with one or more others, or are we going to be open and be courageous to be able to interact with people perhaps we don't know too much about? So that agreement is really, really important. Again, you can check out more details we'll have in the show notes for you to learn more about how to create those really powerful working agreements if you're involved in a long-term program. WWMD. It stands for What Would Mark Do? Every day, when I look at my inbox, there's emails from people all over the world, group leaders, teachers, corporate trainers, who are asking questions about, okay, Mark, this is the situation. What would you do? So what would Mark do in your specific situation? What specific situation involving cliques or any other group management issue have you got? What I invite you to do in the comments below is to ask your question. Provide a little bit of detail without giving away too much. We don't need to know all the details about your group. So don't share too much personal stuff. But, if you remove that personally identifiable information, give us the basic nuts and bolts of your situation and provide me with an opportunity to share what I would do in that situation. It's completely free. At any time, in the comments below, share a little bit about your situation and basically say, okay, Mark, what would you do? What would Mark do? Hey, thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you've liked it this far, could you go to the little bit of extra effort and click the like button below? I'd really appreciate it. And if you really liked it and a lot of this content resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We're on our way to 70,000 subscribers all over this world. And the more people who subscribe, the more we are encouraged to produce this content. And in particular, as it comes out each week, you don't want to miss anything if you happen to have liked this. So hit the bell notification as well, and YouTube will let you know when we drop the next piece of content. Again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the time it took to sit in front of this screen, and I wish you all the fun out there.